I'll be honest with you, it felt hopeless to me. To parent a child that is going through those things is extremely difficult. Camber changed the trajectory of our family. I'm Darci, and this is my husband, Daniel, and we've been together for 20 years, and we have six kids.
Amazing kids. Big family, lots of love to give.
And we started fostering Ren when he was about 2 days old in the NICU.
Yep. Yeah, he's my stepbrother's son, so we were family, born with drugs in his system, kind of worst case scenario for a lot of that.
That is where a lot of his mental health stemmed from, was things that he was exposed to in utero.
So there was a lot of this stuff that we were seeing early on. Mm-hmm. Nobody else was really seeing it, and we're trying to explain it, we're trying to talk about it in therapy and all the things, and it's like, oh, he's only 4 years old, he's only 5 years old, and you're kind of like, okay. And so for us, we really didn't know how bad it was, so we were just kind of like, okay, we'll just keep going, we're just gonna keep loving him, we'll keep, start over again every day and keep doing that. But I mean, it started wearing us down big time. So one thing definitely we learned through this whole thing is like, you cannot love the trauma out of a kid.
No.
I mean, so it's like, if it was just a matter of loving a child enough, I mean, his sisters, we all loved him to death and still do love him to death.
Yeah.
And that it just wasn't working.
He had a few emergency stays, and then we were given the opportunity to sign up for a PRTF, long-term stay. And at that point, I will be honest with you, I didn't know if I could continue. I was so hurt. But I loved him, and he was our son. And we decided that we would do anything that we could to get him help.
So Ren, while he was super positive, he was very angry, and particularly very angry towards his parents, and so he would act out very aggressively towards them, and he would have these day-long meltdowns that would result in that crisis stay. He would get extremely dysregulated on the unit, so much so that he would be throwing things, he would be hitting staff. So as a therapist, specifically for Ren, like facing this big chance of going into foster care and going into the system, I was very goal oriented. I was like, I'm getting this kiddo home. And we did a lot of family therapy sessions without Ren present and just speaking about his diagnoses and what coping skills would look like, or what maybe his behaviors are trying to communicate to them.
Care did a really good job of allowing us space to heal, allowing us space to really process, to kind of take a break, to take a breather.
Yeah.
She was in contact, which was nice, so it's not like we weren't completely disconnected. And I think she did a really good job of encouraging us,
yes.
Not rushing or pushing us, but really encouraging us.
So for Ren, he had a very strong sensory profile, which is when they are able to calm down by touch, feel, smell, pressure, things like that. And so we really started attuning to that sensory profile with him. So we ended up getting a weighted vest for him, which is just a tiny little vest that kiddos can wear for increments of time to help them regulate. We ended up discovering that kinetic sand and chewing gum were really helpful for him. And I remember this one session in particular. It was a family therapy session, and I could tell that he was getting escalated. Handed him the kinetic sand and the chewing gum, and this is when I knew we were making a lot of progress, because he started playing with the sand and chewing the gum, and you could just see his body relax and him just go back down to baseline.
We were at a restaurant, and of course restaurants now just have TVs everywhere, and he was able to say, this is too much for me, I can't be here. And so just to be able to communicate and recognize what he's feeling has been huge.
Yeah, that was never a thing before. That would not have gone like that.
Yeah.
It would have turned into a nightmare. And
helping Darci and Daniel see the progress that Ren was making, so they would come in a visit room and they would play games together, and all all of his siblings would be in these tiny little visit rooms, and he was keeping his cool, and he was calm, and he was appropriately engaging with his siblings and his parents. And I think that eased a lot of their anxieties.
When we went to pick up Ren for discharge, I was still pretty apprehensive. He had been gone for 7 months. I cried picking him up as well because there was so many people that had gathered to see his send-off. And it was so cool to see how many people had just poured into him. We still have moments where things are rough,
Yeah.
but they're moments,
Yeah.
not the whole day.
At Camber, we really want to make these kiddos feel like they have a purpose in the world, that they will have a bright future, and that their kid years, their adolescent years, their teenage years do not define their potential, and they do not define like how productive they will be in the future and the impact that they could positively make on someone as well.
Ren's a world changer. Like he's an incredibly amazing kid that is, I believe, is really going to change the world. And without the support that they need to be able to do that, I don't know that we would have survived. I don't know that he would have survived. I definitely don't think so. This is an opportunity for people to invest in kids that will change our world.
With the help that we've received and the tools that they have given us, Ren and I's relationship is so much better.
Yeah.
He told me he loved me for the first time in 6 years. I mean, Camber saved our family.